Hi, this is a video on the Admired Hybrid Flooring full click system. Now to assemble, I'm just going to put some weight on this one so this board doesn't move. Put this one in first, like so. Fold this one in, making sure that it's even here, and then we lift the boards. This one on the left will slide in like that. That's all nice and flush. Now a couple of tips. First of all, make sure there's no debris in the joints. So if there is any debris, either brush it out or blow it out so that the joints go in nice and cleanly. Also, when we're putting the joints in, so when we're folding this one in, make sure there's no gap in here. Make sure it's all nice and square. And then if you're having trouble sliding this one in, you can actually wiggle it in. This one just slid in pretty easily, but if you do have trouble sliding it in, just give it a bit of a wiggle and put it down. So now we can see that there's no gap here. Now we have to just double check. You can see here there's a bit of a gap, so just give it a bit of a lift and a push in, and that's now nice and square. One more tip is, if you're not folding this in, you can also put this one back in here. You can also slide this in. There are some situations like under door jambs where you can just simply slide this in all the way rather than folding it in, and that will still engage. You can tell by doing this. Just put this one in now, make sure that's down. And one last tip is you can always do a check that it is engaged by doing a slight lift and seeing if this overlapping joint is lifting the under joint plank. Okay, to cut the hybrid flooring, there are a couple of methods. You can score and snap, so you can score say 2 or 3 times this way, and then once you've scored it, so you can either use another board or a set square or ruler to do your score, and then you can just snap it over your knee. The other way is to use a guillotine. So this is one of the guillotine options. There is also another guillotine that cuts it lengthways. The photo should be on this video. And you can also use a drop saw for odd shapes and angles. You can use a jigsaw as well, or a universal tool. Okay, so to disassemble, first of all, we unclip the length system. And there's 2 ways to disengage this system here. You can either slide them apart like this, or because it's a folding system, you can unfold it out. And because you can unfold it, you can reuse this joint more so than the tap down or push down systems. The 2G Valengi system, so the 2G system is consistent on all 4 sides, so that means you can click it in this way or click it in this way. So that allows for a potential herringbone type pattern installation. It also provides a tried and tested system with the folded system, so you can have for surety that it is engaged properly versus a tap down system where you need to check the strength of the tap as well as the flushness of the joint. It also allows for installation over rubber acoustic underlay, whereas in a tap system it can potentially break the joint, but because this is a folded system going over the acoustic rubber underlay, the joint remains intact. And the folding system also gives it a little bit more tolerance with flooring levels, because it does have a bit more give than a tapped in click system or a push down click system.